Hi, my name is Matt, and I want to be brief in this video since I found this video to be really interesting, this information to be really interesting for myself. So let's get right in. This information was about ancient civilizations, or basically we in the channeling were looking for underground civilizations, below in the earth. How did we get this information? Now, before we get deeper into this, I have to say that I have some information, knowing that, or I have heard that they exist, but I have no knowledge. How did they look like? What did they do there? I have heard that there have been some kind of ancient portals, but I had no knowledge how did they work and what did they look like and what's the physics behind this. So this information, this channeling information that we got through the channeling that I did, put so many pieces together which I would love to share. I write everything down so I don't don't forget the most important things, although some of them I don't actually remember. How did in the channeling, because how does the channeling process works itself is basically we were with a group of people, to 30 people. We came down, we entered this information. I started to do channeling, and then the Enrico came, and the people started to ask questions and guided him to start sharing the information about this information, the underground civilizations. And then at later point, as I understood, the underground civilization being came, but he was really, she was really, she didn't want to get into the conversation. She didn't want to step closer to this conversation. So let's jump into the information. So the channeling was done in Latvian language. We wanted to find out the ancient civilizations and channel some information about them. And as usual, at first the Enrico came. He started to talk about them, so talk about that information, and later that being came, who started to channel and started bringing information through. And this information put together lots of information to myself also. So let's get into this. No need for this. Maybe I will peek into it a little bit later. So what we channeled is I put together right now, and you just listen. What we channeled was that, and I put this information together, was that there 1 million years ago or something, there was this ancient civilizations, which is basically people, humans, beings that inhabited this earth were, and not also this earth, were bigger, more mature. I mean, like wider elbows, more, I don't know how to say, masculine, with beards also. And they had these robes, like brown robes, I don't know how in English I say, like brown till the feet. And they were stronger, bigger, and more powerful in terms of physical abilities. We are as humans weak, matching to them. How to say, comparing to them. And what we channeled is that they actually are really loving, really heartful, and they are highly harmonious. They are really highly harmonious. And what we understood there, that with them there also are animals that live with them, and they give these animals complete peace, and to these animals complete love. And the animals, like forest animals, like we have here, deers, something like this, I don't know the names in English, they are they come to people, they live aside to people, and the animals, because they don't need to run away, need to be afraid, don't need to be hunted down, shut down, all kinds of stuff. They aren't afraid, and they can have this love. They have this love of the animals. Like the animal can be highly spiritual and live together with the humans because they don't need to run away and hide away. This was really touching to me also, and the thing is that what we understood is that the civilizations, they didn't die out, they went away. They went away because they found it, and they felt that this planet and this solar system is becoming dangerous in a way, or it has threats. The solar system has threats, and or become hostile, and they decided to go away. And the ancient civilizations, they went away to other planets, other galaxies, and also in planets, and also what I understood in here in this planet. And what Enrico said also, that these civilizations, they also went to another parallel reality. And there was now the information that the people asked, how did they do that? How did they went to another parallel reality? Enrico started talking that they use stones. They don't have technologies like we have, electricity, mobile phones, cars, gasoline products, and so on and so on. They were using stones, and the people were like, how can you use stones? So they create portals with the stones, stones, crystals, name it. And now the interesting thing was that Enrico said that the stone also energetically exists as a copy in another dimension. The same stone, he said, not all stones, but these stones on Earth are really rare, but they exist on another reality level. The same stone exists on that another reality level. And if this stone, this rare stone, which is really rare on Earth, if you take it, you can build with them a portal to that another reality. Meaning, how I understood is that they are like quantum engaged, quantum leaked. The stone's energy transcends through time and space to another reality. So basically, and the information was that if you take these stones and build like one tower, and next to a side another tower, like two towers like this, the energy creates and fills in the hole between, and thus creating a portal in which you can walk through. But what I understood is this is an energetical portal through which you can go through physically. The idea is that the energy fills inside this room, and I understood this is an energetical portal. But what I understood is that they have many meanings of these portals, and they can build the portals if they want themselves. And basically what can they do is they can travel physically, but what I felt and what I saw is that basically you in a way look through this portal and you just see like there's nothing there. But if you walk through it, you can be teleported to and come out completely different place. And when you go through this portal, it can be like in a way like shaky, like dizzy feelings, like the reality is floating and then you are there. But what I understood is there are many types of these portals, and they use this with quantum engagement. And what Enrico said was that their genetics, the Asian civilization genetics, are much different from ours, and they can feel these stone energies much better than we do, and they can just easily understood that basically this stone energy is really active, and you can use it in a space and time traveling. And then the other being said, well, we can try this, and they started building these portals. They're just they are energy sensitive, and they can build these portals through their own inner feelings. It's something like we feel nature, we feel love, they also have these feelings, but they also feel more closely the stones. And what Enrico said is that it doesn't mean that you cannot feel this. It means that they have more active this ability, but humans have it more passive, because humans doesn't use the ability. And also when I understood, Enrico said, people said to Enrico, can we make these portals right now? Enrico said, Enrico, or the being that came, said, I don't know, I don't remember how the questions were, which questions are asked to which being, but the information was that you can, but the cosmic radiance that you have right now on Earth, you need the magnetic interferences, wave interference, cosmic radiance interference, the energy field, as I understood, also from the Pleiadians. And Pleiadians also went to another galaxy because of these threats that were long ago. And because of these radioactive interferences, if you make an anti-gravity rock, energy will wear out really quickly, because the interference will break down or shake down the energy that you created, which was harmonious and movement. So basically, this was the information about the portals, and there was lots of more information about portals, but the story goes, and I will add lots more later on. And they said that they went to another parallel reality, and then when people started asking what is this reality, they said it's basically much more harmonious than we have right here. And they said, well, can you give an example? He said that here we have animals being afraid from us, here we have all kinds of threats, wars, here we have, but I understood this is just a reflection of the cosmical interference that we have, cosmical radioactive interferences that we have. And they went and they considered this energy to be hostile for them, or dangerous, or as a threat. They decided to move away in a place which is more like heaven, something like everything is peaceful, everything is calm, everything is more balanced. And then they went away to this reality, and started living and inhabiting that reality. In a way, what we understood is that they ran away, or they went away. And then what happened is, on Earth there was huge changes on Earth, huge changes that there were many different alien races that went down here, many different humanoid races that came down here. And also what we understood is that also dinosaurs were become extinct artificially, because there were other races that wanted to inhabit this land, or create like us, like we are, like a biomechanical machine that fulfills some kind of a need, which we don't know yet. And what we want to say is that genetical experiments, genetical structures, and also the moon buildings, the moon was inhabited also by the aliens that are observing us right here down, and so that this story goes on and on. And also another thing, what I understood, our genetics, and I have heard this many times from Pleiadians, they didn't want to communicate with me because they consider myself aggressive. And for a long time I didn't understand aggressive, and well, I feel this, but not like aggressive that I want to destroy something or something. But then I got to a point where I understood what does aggressive means, and now I understand a lot better that why many beings that come to channel don't want to talk with humans, because they consider humans egoistically aggressive. And this means that basically humans, they think too much about themselves. And even if a couple is married and they have a family, many times the individual, or the male or female, they're looking and living this relationship based on their own personal interests, whether it's money, wealth, love, or something. This is mine, I want it, I want for myself. And this is something that we call the red energy, or the ego energy, that exists everywhere. And this is also an answer to many people who feel like this world is so strange, not loving, so really strange. You cannot even explain how strange this is for many people, which I have talked. Like higher density souls, and they feel this earth like everything. There's something completely wrong with this world. It's like, and this is because of as I understood, the genetics is made out of three, let's say just few components, human genetics, and one of them is really strongly the aggressive component, which creates the base of ego, which creates the feeling, this is mine, I want to have it myself. Also you can see this in the religions, like basically they're sharing the teaching of God, love, and so on and so on. But when it comes terms into money or power, the religion looks for themselves, not for others. And Enrico was giving me the story or the image that different worlds, he was giving me an image, different worlds, they don't have this energy or this ego or this genetics, addition in genetics. They have this, like for example, you earn lots of money, for example, the idea would be absolutely incredible to have it as we have it right here. For example, if you gain a success, like people start to listen to you, for example, in church somebody is like this authority, and there are many others right now that want to create also this authority. They want to also be the authority and have the ability for themselves. They want to create their own and tell that authority is better, that authority is better, mine is better, I am better, and so on and so on. But without the ego structure, it will be that they want to create even this authority more better, and become so excited. Man, how is he succeeding? This is so beautiful, and how the society is succeeding in every ways, and you just want to help, and you just want to join in this blissful path. But humans have, like, if somebody is succeeding, human has like, why can I be like that? They have this aggressive ego genetics or something. And this is one of the things that also this ancient race didn't have. And when we started to channel them, there was that they want to come to a contact, but they are close to a contact, but they as a society are completely isolated. They don't want to get into contact, or they don't want to invite anybody down there to them, or to a parallel reality where they live, because when they do that, their own harmonious civilization would be affected and changed by the energy that's coming through. For example, if you go there by astral travel, and you are there, what are you doing there? This is so stupid, for example. You put a energy stamp to them, and this can change their society or break down their society. Sooner or later, this can change. This can give an energetical change to their society. They don't take anybody down there. They want to be isolated and keep their society, civilization completely in harmonious, completely loving. When people ask how are they communicating with each and everybody, they said it's basically when you walk on the street, or you met a family member sometimes. You feel this loving feeling that hey, how are you? You want to hug him, and you give him this message that it's nice to see you through your heart. And they said that basically they don't use the language that much, but they see and they feel everybody through this heartful feeling. And also what I understood is that they are going also to the point of ascension. But their energy is really, they live in caves. They have this clothes or something, but they don't have this like we have, like nice furniture, wooden chairs, everything like we have here, cups. Everything is really simple. There's nothing special about this. They have these rocks, and they have this anti-levitation, anti-gravital effects. They have these portals that they just move through and in and out, star systems, planets. And what I understood, in the inner earth where they live, they have an artificial sun. And it's like, well, what the hell? And they have artificial weather. And they said that they don't create rain, but when they need rain, they can create it. And also when I understood that they have this different sensation of time, that basically they live like 14,000 years, and what I understood is they can live up to infinite if they want to. And when people ask what do they do when they die, and what I understood is also they didn't have quite active this birth, give birth, they don't have this active, and their society is completely regulated. They have a number of citizens, and they don't like, okay, oh well, we have 1 million more, where we can put them. They have like everything is completely balanced. They can completely controlled. As I understood, they have even controlled food supplies, that they grew only that much how much they need. They don't keep spares, and they don't keep leftovers. And they have no lack of food also. It's like everything is completely calculated and balanced. Not like us humans, oh, we have this refrigerator full of food and we throw half out. No, they have, everything is completely as it's needed. When we ask what are you eating, they showed us, or me, a huge grape, something like this, and it was brown like, and it's something like, looks something like to me like a like this ananas. I don't know what's it called. It looks like a huge grape, to keep it simple. And they eat it, and it's really nice grape, and it's big. You can eat it up with. And also they said that they have a bank of all nature. Like we have here nature, they have a genetical bank down there also. They have like all the reserves that they need if they wish to, and if they want to create a new civilization from scratch. So basically, if there's a huge disaster up here, like everything is wiped out, they can come up here and restart the population, restart the civilization. The ecological system, the inhabitable situation, the animal life, they can just restart that if they wish to. And the artificial sun, what I saw, the city or some part of the city is under a huge dome, like a dome house under a huge dome. At the top of the dome is bright like sky, and there is a sun that goes through it. And I didn't understand when we ask about the sun, or when I ask about sun, how did they create sun, is that they can portal it. It means that, for example, if there is a sun somewhere in the cosmos, they create a portal where they want to in the outer space, or on a planet that is constantly be shined upon. And this portal is linked to the portal in the sky, for example, a levitating rock pile, and the rock pile just is portaling through the sun as and intense as they wish it to be. And I was like, well, this is really interesting. So basically what I understood also is that I was thinking about the portal systems, and even if you keep in mind or think a little bit wider, that actually you can portal everything, and there is and you just think that there is a huge world is only a portal which bends out and bends in as ever it wishes to be. For example, if you imagine world to be flat, and you create a portal here and portal there, you just go through, and it seems to be the world is round. And basically, if there is a inner world, you just create a portal the sand out from there, and there's a huge inner world, and the energy portal would just keep the structure together. So basically, the whole cosmos is made out of magnetical field changing, exchanging portals, which creates the illusion of like this form, these shapes and everything. And when we started to talk about how is this, when the other being came from that civilization came after Enrico came, that there was a lady in white, this, I don't know how to call it, white dress, basically white dress from top to down, something in here like a amulet or something. And she started talking that she's from the council, and the society is divided into levels, that there is a ground level in the society, like a working force, but it's not like a slave. A slavery is like a working force that keeps up and looks after the system. When you reach a certain age, or when you reach a certain spiritual level, you're being like touched. I don't know how to say it. Like they give you this energy, they give you this ability, like somewhere in the shaman, the rituals, they're like, oh, now you're one of us in the councils. They give you some kind of energy, and then you are accepted to be in a higher council. Which is basically another place a little bit higher from the ground level, a little bit higher that you can go through to, or portal to, is basically made out of glass. Everything is white, everything is shining, like a higher level, like, you know, like something like we have right here, down here, or up here, like the elite or something. But it's not like the elite. There's in a way isolated from the society, but it's not like. You will basically consider this is a higher dimension, or a higher beings that live together with them, and they just invite them from the lower level to them, and then they are completely different beings. Then they are like, or doing completely different mission. Then they are communicating, channeling, figuring out or thinking in which direction this civilization and society should go to. And also understand this is a highly they are highly connected with other civilizations, other alliances, and they are like doing missions and jobs together with those other alliances. So basically, if you are in the underground civilization in the council level, you are open to cosmos. So, and also what I understood is that they portal themselves and travel themselves to different galaxies, different star systems, different inner planets, in which they go, have a chat like how is going on, what's new, like grasp and take all the information, what's going on, and for example on that planet, come together and like checking out how situations are going into cosmos. And now is the saddest point from this is that this civilization is running away, hiding. They don't have a home for themselves. They don't have a place for themselves. And this was really sad in my heart. And also they said that us humans up here, we should really take care of the nature. We should really look after the nature. That's what they said at the ending. And what I felt is that basically they don't have a home to which they can go to. And they are isolated, and they will be isolated because they don't want any other energies. Because I felt that it's a point of distinction, that they are protecting themselves to not become extinct. I mean, and this is also really sad that there's like, there's where should we go? We don't have a place to go, and so on and so on. So they're basically hiding. And what was else there? I will read through the sketches. Yeah, that's what I said. They are bigger. Oh yeah, and all the technology they have there is just rocks, crystals. And I can explain a little bit closer how this alignment and portal creation works. A little bit detailed is that if a rock has this hugely dense energy within, we could call it transcendental energy, and this crystal rock is aligned energetically with another rock. They become quantum leaked, I would say, and because of this transcendental energy, this energy transcends time and space from the crystal rock that's coming out. They said that anti-gravitational rocks are basically dark brown-like, and you can see small holes in them. And these portal-like rocks, they have some cases like a shining texture, and also some holes in it. So it's basically a crystal. And what I ask is about why rocks, And the information from Enrico was coming. Well, yeah, basically take a tree if you wish. and after 100 years the tree is like died out, or the tree, the fabrics of the tree is like, disrupt, take sand, rain comes, sand goes away, take water, water dries up, goes away. It's basically, and what do you have left of nature materials? Well, yeah, rocks can last up to 1,000,000 years without any structural changes. Well, if they, for example, break apart, that is a different story, from ice or something. It's like, oh, okay, even metal, it turns to rust in some point. So what do they do with these rocks? They energetically align energies with them, and then they place these rocks in different places in which they wish to portal to. Then they create these geometrical structures, just like the Stonehenge, a geometrical ring. They said that the portals are horizontal and vertical. Vertical portals are basically like a hole, like a ring, or like in the channeling they said like two towers, one aside to each other, and it creates and folds energy within, in which you can walk through the portal. What I understood that the ancient civilizations, this was really a common time and space travel, common anti-gravitational time and space travel, no problems with that. And you align these rocks, then you place these rocks one point in a geometrical shape, like to feel the energy within, and another point this rocks and the energy will be filled within. And because of the transcendental energy, it aligns space and time, like creates in a sense a wormhole you would say, or in my case what I understood is it actually it bends time and space like cosmos. It starts bending cosmos together. It's not that actually cosmos bends together, but the time and space energy bends together because of the transcendental energy. Transcendental energy, how I felt, is a really huge magnetical energy, like really strong, but it's not like a sound. It's like you just feel it, like there's a huge density of energy there. And with this density they can create these energy portals, and they create it without any hands, without any technology. They can use their bare hands, they can use their own hands and energy if they wish to. What I understood also from the portals is that not all of those portals work like 24/7. Some of these portals, they need to wait for the exact time, like in astrology they have these time maps, these planetary states, and the portal, for example, could be open, for example, in January the 21st, for example, and in that date you can plan your travels to that point and back. You can move it through, and this was interesting also. And there are some portals that you can activate it and use it then, and you can close it if you wish to. And also what I said also about another portal technology that they have is basically that they can use the energy of the rocks, crystals, that they can pinpoint your direction and take you out from this reality, and like pull a portal yourself to them to have like a communication if they wish to, or if they had to. And this was also another interesting thing. And what I saw with this technology is that they move a little bit these rocks, align energies to them, and because of the movement and alignment, the energy aiming changes. It's like if you use binoculars, you look somewhere, okay, I see down there, but with this technology you can pinpoint and take out somebody only by using how to guide himself to that energy point. Like, you need to align energies to like get him out of his room, for example, if you wish, at midnight or when he's asleep. This is also a really interesting thing. It's like really technology. It's like a really simple technology, and really simple. But yet we don't have the science, or maybe we do have the science, but in mainstream people that we know here, they don't know such things. They just consider it a rock. And yeah, this is interesting. But if you look at ancient buildings that are leftovers, like pyramids, Stonehenge, it really thinks, why should somebody, and how can actually somebody put those huge rocks there, and they are like the theories in school that they teach that like slaves built them up, and then you think like a slave builds up a huge rock like Stonehenge, and oh yeah, okay, a slave or millions of slaves, maybe they could put a one rock up there, but then you're thinking, oh, where did they get this rock from? Or where did they have this rock? And why did they build it in such a place and they still stand? The rocks still stand right there. And it's just like the billion thousand slaves have to like also bring the rock there. It's not only that need to push it up, pick it up, to put, for example, on the Stonehenge, but you also need to bring it there, and you also need to shape it out, curve it out from some place to And then you think. How could they do that actually? And not even speaking about pyramids, like even if the hungry, tortured slaves would bring the pyramids down there, I would believe the accuracy or the precisement would be a meter, half a meter. Somebody will put the brick like here, and it's like, oh, I fed up, I want to die, better I die, I don't put this, and there's somebody torturing you, and to be huge in precisement. It's like also, well, something is not right about this. Or who imagined that there would be slaves building something like this? It just no sense. And when it gets to ancient civilizations, that there could be bigger beings, more advanced beings that can use the crystal rocks and use them as anti-gravity, that they can inhabit other planets and portal them through these crystal rock portals. Maybe it's more logical. Actually, I feel it more logical, because if you imagine that the pyramids and the rocks are not the only ones, that the alien evidences, something like the Atlantis, and I would say also this civilization, when we asked where are you living, they said 1,000 kilometers under Atlantis. I was like, wow. Yeah, it's like something you can take a shovel and dig through it. And they said also there's another abandoned city somewhere in Himalayas, and the civilization abandoned them. And so the abundance happened, the leaving of these places happened because there was a threat in our solar system, and even maybe in a more bigger diameter. And I have heard, but this is not through channeling, I have heard that there was some kind of cataclysm in our solar system which led to like a massive invasion or something, but I have not channeled that. I will not confirm that. I only confirm the channeling information which I have received, so this is more tastable for me, like just listening to other words. Yeah, they were looked more like mature, more like caveman, but really, really heartful and loving. I imagine if you see a person like this, you would see something like a bomb that lives on the street, but clothes are not dragged out, but really nice clothes also, but like old clothes, like a caveman clothes, but really heartful, really caring and really loving and calm persons that don't speak too much. Yeah, they didn't have any technology at all. Yeah, it's like I wrote down all this information, but I remembered most of it. I said already how the inner earth looks like, and the dome houses, I already said that, but also the nature was that they have floating rocks, anti-gravitational rocks. I saw that there is a sculpture that rotates around itself, and also we channeled information about free energy before, and the being said use rocks. Rocks can be aligned to the planetary energy rotation, which means that the rock can just rotate by itself, and and then you can add something like a generator to it, and you have this rotation effect, and it's a really strong energy that comes out. And this is something like, hey, how can you do that? And there was also another friend of mine who also channeled information about rocks, that they are easy energetically to manipulate, but I have never even tried to like take a rock in my hand and try to like, hey, start to levitate. But we have channeled the Edward Lidskalnin, who built the coral castle, and he said that he levitated these rocks with his hands and with corals, and there is some kind of connection to this, that yes, this is possible, only matter of knowing how it's possible. Yeah, the sun is portaled. The council, they live around age 14,000 years. The birth itself is rare, and also there was some kind of information that even if they die, it's basically no difference to themselves, because they are so calm and loving that even if they die, it's like they're also so calm and loving that's basically they don't have this that they want to go away and live in another place. They are loving as they are. Others maybe will want to go there to enjoy this peace. Yeah, and they are really insulated from the outside worlds, really are protecting themselves not to affect their energy. The animals, they have this peace. The animals are never being threatened, tortured, anything. Animals are so loving. Animals, they just come to you and you feel the love in the animals that they have. Yeah, the way that animals can express their higher energy potential through this. Yeah, and the portal rocks are rare on Earth because I understood that many civilizations are still using it, a half or a side to their own technology, and they're just these rocks, they want to use it, they want to take these rocks, and so it's a really needed resources out there. So my conclusion is that this information really brought many points together in my head, and opened up a little bit understanding about the civilizations. The bad thing is that I only give you my word to word, like the wording my experience that I had, but I had so many pictures that I cannot even, I'm not a sketch artist or something, that I cannot even draw these pictures. But I think I will post on this video some of them for you to see. And it really gets to a point like, hey, I want to try something like this. And also, not like try something like this, I want to explore more of the technology, the portal technology. And what Enrico also said, that if you put these rocks in a place, for example the earth chakra centers, or where the energy flows, you can charge up these rocks, and from the charging up you can then create the rock to be with transcendental energy, that you can use later on this rock with this energy to portal through. So it's basically, he gave me a location where we can do that, but I understood this is in a remote area where nobody actually knows this place, and we have to go to the forest and find ourselves this place. But he gave the picture how it looks like, but I'm too lazy to go there. And then how to build this portal, maybe if you do it and you practice this, then you have the experience to do this, and then you have some kind of knowledge to do this. But I'm like, hey, I have so less time to do this. But maybe some of you, maybe this opens up the idea of it, that not only the sacral geometry is behind the interstellar travel, but the sacral geometry is used to align already the engaged energy that is within. It's something really simple. You need you have a glass and like in a shape, and you just build around the wood frame so you can pick up the glass. And imagine if the glass is the energy, then you need to build with the rocks a certain frame in which the energy fills up like a glass. Really simple. There's nothing difficult into it. So basically, the more precise the geometry, the more precise and accurate the portal is. Really simple. And also the quantum aligned energy, quantum entanglement, I believe it's something in physics. And also I want to share another story. I asked Enrico, or I was building solar panels, and I asked, how can you store energy? I need to store energy. He said in salt waters you can store in your seas energy, that all energy you ever need. And I was like, energy solar batteries, energy salt batteries, And then I started to put this into Google, and there was like, yeah, you can create energy batteries from salt. The proportion is 6 salt against 1 proportion of water. So it's basically salt with water, with some little water on it. And you can create a battery that creates 1.0 to 3.0 volts of electricity, and a 1 kilogram of salt can create 100 watts of the battery life. So basically, hey, I want to experiment a little bit on this, and I really do want to experiment. And then you can imagine if you have a lake, artificial lake, you just order a semi-truck full with salt, pour it in, put water on it, add some diodes to it, charge it up, and I calculated that 20 cubes of salt water can give you 7 years of battery life if it's fully charged. So basically, if you have enough solar panels, you can use maybe your well as a normal battery, and if you charge it in the summer, you can use it in the winter. But you have to experiment. One is the channel information, and the other is how can you put this information together and use it in a usable way. And there are many people that are building free energy devices, but solar is a free energy. And in terms of investing money and getting energy, maybe the solar panels are actually not that expensive, because if you want to build a water mill, windmill, and so on, it costs a lot really also. And the solar panels don't need any services or repairs, you would say. And in terms of stable, longer lasting, I think the solar panels are really good at it. The only problem is energy storage, and if the salt method is true, and you have a house, just dig a deep cave, pour salt into it. You can try this. I don't know if it works, but I will try it with the cups with salt later on. So okay, thank you for watching, and in the next moments I will just share. Right now I will just share the who am I and what do I do. My name is, I go by the name Matt. Just from now 3 years ago, during intense meditations, I started receiving this channeling ability. Information just comes from the above, and I'm a skeptic to channeling. I really am a skeptic to channeling, and I always have been, and I am to my channeling also. But so many times the channel information is matching, and unbelievably matching, then the skepticism starts to tear down a little bit. And there are times that you receive information that is unknown and cannot be verified, but many times you can verify it, and then if you verify it, it's like, wow, it really matches. the information that I have never known to the information that you can verify. And I actually failed one time, but let's talk a little bit how I failed. Because I never talk to skeptics if they're like, oh, prove me and do something like this. I never do that, or I do it sometimes, but this one time I failed to a skeptist. But let me just finish the story. He said, well, yeah, he had a favorite singer, and nobody knows how did he actually died. And there's like information coming, da 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 da. He drowned. He was sad. He had difficulties with mother. He was drug addicted. He was really introvert. He said, "Oh my God, yeah, that's actually how it happened. He drowned in a lake in a party and so on and so on." It's like, you said that nobody actually knew. I was like, damn, I failed. It's like he wanted to give a test which I wasn't aware of, and it's like. But I didn't know him, and I received so many pictures of him. So it's like basically, this time I failed. I failed by not feeling that he just wanted to test me. But yes, so I teach channeling also to other people. I have my website, which is Art of Peace, artlineofflinepeace.info. And in the website I share my experiences, and also I'm creating a project slowly that is called Green Laboratory, in which we invite scientific thinkers, investors and channelers to build a team. We channel a product, we put it together with some group of scientists. They figure out and think how this technology works or how it can be built. We try to find the easiest solution, easiest way, or the easiest technology to like build it up. And the supporters, which basically are little investors with their donations, they can participate in the project. And let's see how is the project developing, or is this technology going to production, or is this technology or device or method opening up new dimensions about the technologies or the physics by itself. So basically this is like a project of investment, so a green laboratory for this, and we plan to do it as an open sourced, like all experiments, all the researches and all the conclusions are open sourced. So for example, if you're a donator, you can be a part of this project to see the results, to see the how is the project going on, and so on and so on, and use the open source information that we have gained. And right now I'm thinking about the project salt batteries, the ultrasound anti-dust. So the experiment is basically, does dust appear or disappear in an ultrasound? So basically the experiment is just take your ordinary home or toilets or these shopping centers. If they want to prevent from having dust in their shops, they can use a special sound wave in which the dusts do not multiply or do not manifest or crystallize out of thin air. So I think it can be used out of sound waves, and it goes on to anti-gravity technologies and so on and so on and so on. So basically there's it's like a job with physicists, scientists, channelers and investors, like a team to put together. So I'm really looking forward for this green laboratory, and thank you for watching. And this is it about the underground civilization, or one of Asian civilization. By the way, when they ask how is your civilization called, they said Gor. It's like Gor, and or the people that live there, how they are called. I don't know if it's my imagination or true. I'm not the person that can get clear names out of channeling, but I can receive visions and understanding of how does it work. There is one lady that can have clear names out of the channel, and but I'm different. She's different and I'm different. She doesn't talk about technologies. I do talk about technologies. And I suggest you watch the important Pleiadian message in my channel also. This is another interesting channeling story, and stay tuned or watch this video, the Pleiadian message, and well, this is it. And I try to give the all information that I had about this subject, so if it's if it was useful for you, then you know, just thank you thank you, and that's it. Okay, bye.